Hello, I'm back to Black Whisper Crafts, and it is so good to be back and making videos. Just wanted to pop on and use some things that have been on my desk, floating around my desk, and you know how that goes. But we're going to make some page tabs, some fancy, not so fancy, but I have a lot of pieces here of beautiful laces and such that need to be used. I have tons of ball pins. I have these chains that I don't know why I bought them, but I did. The little ball chains, so pretty. And brads. I mean, you can't just buy a pack of 10 brads. You get 100 or 50 or whatever. So we're going to do something with those too. And charms that I have abundance of. So let's just get right into it. What I'm going to do is just take some scrappies here and make some tabs. You know, those are pretty scrappy looking. So let's go ahead and, whoops, we don't want that side. We want this side to be outside. Just do some stenciling because I'm only going to decorate one side. You could do both sides, but a lot of times I put my page tabs on actual 20, 24, and 28 pound cardstock, paper. So I don't want the tabs to be too extremely heavy. Okay, let's just put some stenciling on it. And I like to do pretty neutral colors because these are the colors I use, the browns, the brown, black, gray, ivories, those colors. I was trying to say, the reason I just do the neutral colors in something like this is because you can always add a color or change the charm or add something to it, just a scrap to make it the color to match your journal or whatever you're doing. Okay, that looks fine. We'll go with that. This is just vintage photo, distress ink that we're using on this. Okay, so now we have these two, and if you do not have a punch or a shape or something to a pattern, then you can just make your own tab. Just fold that in half. And this is cardstock, but it's not very heavy. It's pretty flimsy. And that's kind of big. So I think we could probably cut it down to about there. I want the tab to be smaller than the scrap that I'm putting down first. That way the only part of the tab you'll see is the opposite side. But I think that's fine. If you don't have a punch or a die cut or something, that's what you can do. You can cut any shape you want. But I do have this punch, tab punch. So I am going to punch one out of it. Let's see which one would have the most of the design. This one. Okay. Just going to fold it in half. Love to use up scraps like this. There we go. We'll just put that up there. I'm not going to use that again today. But what I do want to do is go ahead and ink the edges up. Okay, there's that one, and then here is the tab that we made just out of the scrap paper. If you don't have a punch or anything, you can just make whatever shape you want. There are no rules on what a page tab should look like. You can do it however you want. I just like the edges to be inked up. There we go. Okay, that's plenty of inky, and see, we used up a scrap. And there we used up a scrap. So all is good. All right, let's just keep going here. And I have a few here that I've already cut. Here is the little whale shaped tab, and here's some more tabs. Depends on how long it takes us to make a few, how many we make. And I will show you the ones I've already made. I just sat down the other day and just started using what's on my desk. And this is what I came up with. So we have 3 here, and you can make them go either way you want for a page tab, but we're just going to do this way too. Okay, let's see what we're going to do first. I have all of these little scraps here. Ooh, that's pretty. I want to put something for the base, of course. That's pretty big, and that is really nice. Doesn't matter which way goes which, probably not. I think I want this one here. I want to trim this off. There we go. Another scrap for another time. There's one there. Let's see. There's a scrap. That could be on there. We'll just hold off placing for just a moment. It's a beautiful gold. Here's a black. Here's a piece of black. I think that might be big enough to go over this. We might just cut this down to be a little bit smaller. There. Ink that back up. And you can round these corners also to make it look a little more fancy on the other side of the page. Okay, that will go there perfectly. We might trim some off, but we won't worry about that right now. We're just placing things right now. Okay. That's pretty. Let's just see if we have another little scrap that we can grab. Just want my first piece of scrap that goes over it to cover the entire thing on this side. Well, that will go out toward the page. We're going to do that. This one, that would go on there, but I kind of want something else underneath that. Black. Some sort. Here is one. Let's see what we can do here. And it doesn't matter if it goes through. You can see through it because we're going to be layering things on top of it. And I think that will be cute on there. It's okay for them to go off the edges, just however. That way, we'll go that way. Great way to use up your little scrappies. And this is really pretty. There, nope. Every little scrappy can be used. That's pretty right there. I like to have 3 layers. There's only 2 on here. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty, really pretty. Wonder if we want to put this under here. We do not. We do not. That's so funny. No. Absolutely no. Not that one. Let's see. Do we have any more? Oh, there's something here. Let's get a piece of this. And let's tatter up those ends. Really good. Okay, I think I'm liking this better. There and there. This needs to be a little shorter. Let's see about doing it that way. And then let's just stick this little piece of black on the top, maybe. There. Nice little layer. And it's still lightweight. I like that though, and I like that. How about a little piece of this? To just go there, just a little something else. There, I like that. I wonder if we should put a piece here. That might be pretty. Just cutting off the ruffled edge. Just because I use this lace a lot on page edges, so I don't want it to look the same if I happen to put it in the same journal. There we go. All right, now we have some little layers here. Let's put that aside. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna put these right here. These are the brads. And I'm going to use an awl. I just think that is the easiest way to do it. Let's see, there's a bigger one. Let's see if this gold would show up. I like to get colored, I like to mix the silvers and golds because I mix them up in my journals also. Here's black. I think the black looks good there. I'm gonna do a gold one here. And what I'm going to do is just poke a hole through the whole thing and just put the brad in, because whenever you put it on the page, you can't see it anyway. I don't mind a brad showing on the opposite side. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, I think that's good. I have some colored ones, but see, you could easily switch out the brad too later if you wanted to color. So let's see, we have some of these little chains. Kind of want a bright one. There. Well, I don't want these two to match because I want a big variety. So we'll put the gold chain with the silver. What's this one? This is regular bronze. That might look good there. And this is a red bronze. Maybe. Come on. There we go. And let's see. Let's not use... Let's see, I have some paper clips. This has been on my desk forever and evers. Let's see how that would look if we did a paper clip. This is not a paper clip, a safety pin. Oh, I like that. That might look cute. And then we'll just hang something off with that. Let's not go with that one. And let's see. That's cool. I have a brown safety pin too. Let's see which one shows up better. I think I like the silver. I think that looks great. And, okay, yes, that looks great. You can also use a bulb pen. Let's see which one we would like to trade out for the bulb pen. Here. Okay, we'll see what we get here. We'll see what we come up with. Let's just take this one, just place them wherever you want them to go. And if you want to put some glue underneath there, that's perfectly fine also. But I just go ahead and put the brad in and whatever other piece of metal I'm using first, just to see the placement before I trim it and before I glue it and all that. So I'm just going to go through all the way with the awl. Just hold on to the tab and the scraps and just turn your awl. Just gently take it out. Now we're going to put that right in that hole there. Not going to do it super tight. We're just going to barely do it like that, because what we're going to do is put this little chain on there. Let's get it's easier to put the charm. Let's get into my key charms. Let's see, we have silver and gold, and let's see if we have a bronze. That's on a bulb pin. I think that will be fine. Oh, let's do some little cutes. These are cute. Or some silver ones. Ooh, the silver ones might be really cute. I just like to mix up the metals. Let's see if this will fit in here. Yes, it will. Okay. No bulb pin needed on this one. There we go. Okay. Just, if you're doing a bulb pen, you kind of want this closer to the bottom rather to the top, because it doesn't really go under that very well, under the brad. But see, we didn't do it really tight, so let's put the ball chain. See how I did it right there? Just wrap it around and pull it down. That's why we did not tighten the brad. Just pull it down so it's underneath the brad and kind of to the side, because if you pull it down this way, that's how it's going to hang. But if you kind of put it to the side, it will kind of hang off of it. Tighten that a little. I'm going to turn this so it's like going up and down. Make sure this is still on here. Now let's tighten it down. I tightened it, but let's turn it over and just give it a good smush with the awl. There we go. Now, is that not the cutest? Look at that. Let's just get, I'll just get my notebook here. Is that not the cutest? Let's glue that on there. And then even afterward, you can change out the charm if you want it to be a colored one, if you want it to be a theme. That is so cute. Okay, that one's done. Let's go to the next one. Let's do the safety pin on this one. We do have 3 layers here. I don't know how sharp the safety pins are. They've been on my desk forever and ever. Just want to make sure you go through the whole thing. Don't poke yourself. Just as though you were doing a straight stitch. Just weave it in and out just a little bit. Really, really careful you don't poke yourself. Okay, that is really cute, but we can also put the ball chain on here. Either way you want to do it, if you want to close it up and put it on the pin, however you would like to do it. I'm just going to do it like this, just because that's how I've started going. Let's get a, let's see, who do we want to use? Now, this is silver. Let's see, here's a silver one. Let's see, no, we don't want silver. We want something, perhaps a gold. I don't know if that will fit in there or not, but I don't like that on there either. Let's see. Oh, here's a silver. I know that's silver and this is silver. I just don't want silver. Let's see. Is that one big enough to go through here? No, it is not. Let's get us a bulb pen. Bright gold bulb pen. About that. Let's just do this right here. And this really isn't very heavy either yet, with these lightweight things on it. So I wonder if we should just put the bulb pin and not the chain. Hold on, let's just think about this one. Yeah, we don't even need the chain. You could leave the chain just for something extra, but I am going to take it off just to keep the weight off of the pages. There we go. Oh, that's cute. That is really cute. I like that. Let's get our page back out here. Let me see if I can, I don't know, you could probably see. Let's put it on the cover here. Is that not so cute? And then we use things on our desk, little scrappies. So cute. The page tab. Okay. Now we have those two. Let's just put this chain back in there so we don't lose track of it. Let's see what we have going here. Let's go ahead and poke a hole through with our awl. Kind of place things in the middle. Be very careful when you're poking it through that you don't poke yourself. And I go through all the way with the awl and just spin it a bit. That way it kind of keeps everything together and hold it pretty tight when you're pulling it out. Let's put this in here. It's a great way to use these brads because, like I said, you can't buy just 10. They, you know, it's 50 or 100 or it's a gazillion of them. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it. And I'm not going to press that down on the back yet until we have on the front what we want. You can also just use a bulb pen just like this. I can't see that very well. Let's get a different color of bulb pen. How about a silver one? There we go. And the bulb pen's the same. You get a gazillion of them. Let's just put, okay, work smarter, not harder, Bex. Let's put this around. I forget if we can put it like this. Yes, you can. Okay. Just like that. And if you put it kind of to the side there, that makes for a little place to put the ball chain. Let's tighten this down a little bit. There we go. And we won't smush it down yet until we decide if that's exactly where we want it. Let's put the ball chain through here. Okay, whoops, put that back under, tuck under there, go back under there. Okay, we have those little silver keys and we have this little bronze key. What do we want to put on this one? Let's see. These are silver? Yes, they are. How about the locket and the key? That's pretty cute. Just put it right here on this little ball chain. Using what's on the desk today, we're using paper scraps, cardstock scraps for the tabs, and we're using paper scraps for the tab. I mean cardstock scraps for the tab. And we're using fabric and lace and crocheted lace and vintage lace scraps right here. And we're using up some bulb pens and some brads, things that we have abundance of. I do anyway. Now I'm going to smash it down so it will stay really well. There, that's cute. Let's put this up here. Awesome. Get it so we can see it better. That is so cute. Look at that. Okay, let's get this closed up and I will show you ones that I have made. And let's see about this. Let's see. I think, let me look and see if you can see them better. Right here. Possibly. Those are cute. And here's another one with a safety pin, just a safety pin with no added charm on it. And here is one with the safety pin and the ball chain. Then here is one with the brad and the ball chain and the charm. And here is one with a little bitty, I keep calling paper clips safety pins. And here is one with just the ball chain and the brad. I think it goes this way. Oh, it wasn't on there properly. Let's just, oh, that wasn't tightened either. That's it. Okay, let's fix this real quick. You can do it, Bex. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Let's pull that down where it belongs. And let's take our awl and give that a good smash. There. There we go. Oh, that's better. You know, I just didn't tighten it. And that is okay. We fixed it. And this one, I only put the brad. I still think it looks cute. Just some scrappies and just the brad on it. It's really cute. Hope you can see them really well. They're all cute. And see, you don't even have to do anything but just cut out a square to be a tab. And just put things on top, just like that. I think they all are super cute. And then something you can just mass make. Use all the things on your desk. I think they turned out so pretty. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.